mind experiment.
It's no sleep, baby.
Yo, welcome to No Sleep, the podcast, yo. It's a comedy podcast.
Yo.
Straight up. And I'm AJ. That's what they call me. Streets, mainly. And on this here comedy podcast, we tell jokes sometimes, so I'm going to get us warmed up with a couple of jokes. How does that sound? We're live on the internet. How about that?
Oh, man. It's crazy.
It is crazy. This is something else that's crazy, this joke I'm about to tell. I've been trying to organize my spices at home, trying to organize my spice rack. They're all out of control.
Yep.
And it got me thinking about way back in the day, they used to fight entire wars over spices. Can you imagine, dying on a battlefield with your guts spilling out? And you're like, what was the war over? And they're like, Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
Worcester. It's Worcester. Right? Worcester.
Something around there.
Worcestershire.
As they're trying to explain to you, you die. You're like, oh, it sounds terrible. It smells bad. It is used in a couple good things, though.
Salt. Let me pour some in the wound.
Yes. Next bit. Pre-cum is a penis's warning shot, like a snort of smoke from a dragon. I got one last one. Yeah, on a big pile of gold.
Yeah.
And last but not least, custom license plates are the high school class ring of vehicles.
Heck yeah.
Cut to total.
Oh, you guys probably know this, but my girlfriend recently went through a growth spurt. Yeah. I spurted in her and she grew.
Oh.
Live on the internet. It broke the drums. I think you got to get the little bit. There you go.
That was a good one.
Oh, thanks. Nobody laughed. That's how I know it's good.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I laughed. I was drumming.
So you guys know some of the political strife around trans kids playing sports in high school.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have heard about this. I just gotta say, I got some bad news for old Air Bud. I hope I don't put Alex to sleep. I think I am.
Alex is crunching the numbers.
Yeah, 'cause they used to let a dog play basketball
They did.
and football.
No questions asked.
Yeah. They're like, there's no rule that says a dog can't play basketball.
I think he played everything except high-lie.
Yeah.
And maybe even
all the
high-lie.
sports.
Everybody
All right.
got around.
Yeah. Today, this isn't a joke. Just a fun fact. I was in a come and go delivering beer. I was blowing a bubble with my wad of gum, and I accidentally spit my gum out. I was like, and I allot myself a certain amount of gum a day. And I went, and I did like a hand juggle, and then caught it in my mouth. It was amazing.
Bat it back in.
Yeah. And I was like, that's awesome.
Did it actually sort of leap off your hand?
Yeah, I never caught it.
You never caught it?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
It was just bouncing around.
Yeah. Couple of taps. I thought it was going down.
Don't.
She.
Got it. It was cool because I went from a whole pack of gum a day to half a pack of gum a day.
Cutting back.
Yeah. So I saved half a pack of gum.
And is it, you just are adding piece by piece, never?
No, I put the whole wad in at once.
That's what I'm saying. So
I used to do it.
you get the whole half of a pack in your mouth at one time.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, wow. Just boom, boom, boom.
Yep. 7 pieces of Trident bubble gum.
Do you do them just boom all at once, or is it sort of?
I mean, I unwrap one at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get.
I don't make like a wad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I respect it though. It's a lot of gum.
Yeah, it used to be 14 pieces a day, so I've cut back.
Big time.
Mr. Carter.
Huh? How about a street joke, guys?
All right.
All right.
Why not?
A dung beetle had a long, toilsome day on the field. Decided to go to the bar. He pulled up to get a drink. And he asked the bartender, "Is this stool taken?"
I like it. Oh.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you.
Is this stool taken?
Yes.
Poop.
How about that?
Because he loves shit.
Little poop talk.
Yep.
Poop. Right out the chute.
Yeah.
Right out the
yeah.
poop chute.
We really started hot, as usual, with some poop and some jizz.
Yeah, we kind of get out there right away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a little gist talk. Yeah, the pre-cum.
Yeah. And the spurt.
That's right. I really like the spray. Let's hear the
Hey,
spurt joke
thanks.
one more time.
No. That's not necessary. It's not necessary.
Take it from the top.
Yeah. What do you think? How are the roads out there? We got our first
They were
snow.
kind of shitty this morning.
I know. I woke up today and I had completely missed the fact that it was going to snow overnight.
everyone did.
And I woke up and I was like, "What? It's December 1st. It's snowing. This is the best day of my life. It's Christmas time, baby. Let's go."
It's also December 2nd.
Is today the second?
I do believe it is.
Even better. Even better.
Been better. They might have started a little on first.
Yeah.
I saw, this is random again, but I saw Disney on Ice this weekend. And I was shocked to see, I'll give you guys,
How many times have you seen Disney on
this would be the third time.
Ooh.
They changed it up this time. It was a medley. The last two times it was a mix of Frozen and Encanto. And like the first half was Frozen and the second half was Encanto. And this time they did like a couple songs from a bunch of movies. And I was kind of glad to see it. I gotta be honest.
Did you catch yourself singing along at all?
Oh, sure. Some of them. There was one I didn't know, Coco. I've never seen Coco.
It's a good one.
But it had an excellent, there were some giant skeletons skating around out there.
That's cool.
It was pretty cool. Anyway, I was shocked to see this. A comedian going on an arena tour that I was fucking blown. I couldn't believe it was happening because I thought he was done. I want to give you guys like a couple guesses.
A comedian now on an arena tour.
Coming to Des Moines, coming to Wells Fargo Arena.
That surprised you.
I was like, what the fuck? I thought nobody liked him anymore. Correct. Our
Matt
man,
Rife.
our peanut gallery said Matt Rife. It was Matt Rife.
Matt Rife is
Matt
gonna
Rife
do
is doing
Wells
a fucking
Fargo?
arena tour.
I knew he'd done the original one, but I'm kind of, oh wait, I think I've seen this because does he have like the blonde hair?
Yeah,
now?
he does.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
It's all ruffled to the
Yeah, I
front.
saw
Yeah.
a photo and it's like he has like blonde hair now.
And the title of the tour has something to do with his
changed.
blonde hair.
Yeah,
What the hell, dude?
yeah.
Yeah,
They must have already signed the deals where they're like, look,
I think if you're awful and people are mad at you because you were shitty to women in your special, there's a whole group of people that are like, we like you because of that.
yeah.
We'll
So now
pay
you get
money
to go to
to see
arenas.
you.
Well, you get to do an arena in Iowa now.
That's crazy.
We're into it.
That seems not.
that might have
right.
been. Is that like top 5 fall from grace ever?
I guess not. If he's doing an arena tour, that's where all the money is.
I guess. I
No.
wonder how they're doing though, because I feel like there was news of him not doing quite as hot.
Yeah, he came
on
up
his
out of
previous
He just
arena tour.
appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Was completely overtaking the internet.
with his weird face and abs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his Netflix special came out, and everybody was like, "Oh, you suck!"
yeah.
And now he's doing an arena tour. So
I think he's already done one too. He's
Yeah.
already done a
Done,
run.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. Because
yeah.
I think I remember seeing that initial because it wasn't canceled, but it was some word like that.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like reprehensible.
Yeah.
The tour.
Right. Right.
give
Bad
me a break.
boy. Yeah.
Huh.
Oh yeah,
So they were advertising at Disney on Ice for it.
there was. Yeah, there was. It was running on the banners.
Oh, good.
The lit banners. That's how I know. Oh, by the way, I
Daddy,
need to,
what's Matt Rife? Well,
Yeah,
What's up, Matt Rife? Well, sit down. Let me tell you a tale.
Yeah. I didn't
about
actually.
plastic surgery and bad jokes.
Yeah, he swears he didn't have plastic surgery.
He just has a weird face. It looks like jaw filler and some other strange. If it's not, it's just he's a strangely bone-structured man.
Yeah.
Very handsome. Is this water is very sweet? Am I crazy? Do you guys have delicious water? Take a sip of that.
I'll take a sip of that.
Oh.
As you were talking about, I don't know if it's a sweetness more of like a dead body taste.
Something's in there.
That was just my breath blowing back
It's
into
got a little
it.
wang in it.
I think it's the ice.
Oh, okay.
I think the ice.
Oh, it's like freezer burnt.
Yeah, I think the ice got a little wang to it. If I had to guess. Yeah, you iced that up too.
Ooh, weird. You want to try it?
Yeah, look.
Might as well.
It's
Riveting.
this is the water cast.
Yeah, that's right.
It's got a little sweet wang to it.
Yeah, it's pretty odd,
I
isn't
think
it?
it's got a little sweet wang
I think
to
it's
it.
the ice cubes.
Yeah, it tastes like diet water.
That's crazy.
That's pretty weird.
That's crazy.
No.
Have you been seeing these Jeremy's razor ads?
I have not.
Really? I don't know what I clicked on. What crazy link I accidentally scrubbed to, because it's like it's almost like the lionsnotsheep.com I
Yeah.
joked about before, where it's like white nationalist razor company.
What?
It's crazy. Let me pull it. Give me one second.
What's the name?
My
Jeremy's Razors. I started getting delivered these
Seems
ads,
innocuous, but
Yeah.
no.
and it's like, are you not a pussy? Buy our razors.
oh man.
Don't give your money to the to the gay commies running. I mean, they go hard. It's crazy.
I'm buying gifts for a 32-year-old woman and a 6-year-old girl, and I think my algorithm will never be the same.
Yeah.
It's forever changed.
Looks like they're in cahoots with the Daily Wire, which is like Ben Shapiro's thing. That makes
Okay.
sense.
I don't like oh, no other razor hates immigrants like we do.
That's pretty much what they're going.
Like
All
it doesn't
those
even-
black hairs.
yeah. Like, it
We
doesn't
shave
even
them
make
right
sense.
down to the skin.
yeah, right. Okay, right on their opening page, it says, "After we said boys are boys and girls are girls, they publicly condemned our views." Like that.
Oh, God.
They're really going hard.
Man, yeah.
Yeah.
A razor's a razor.
Get everyone on
That's
your
just-
get everyone on your list gifts from companies that don't hate them and aren't woke.
These razors won't shave men's legs.
No, sir.
That's right. What the hell? Jeremy's. Who is this Jeremy?
Now everybody's gonna get ads for him, I guess. I just did us all a disservice by even bringing that up. But I just couldn't. I was like, this is a crazy angle for a razor company to have.
That it truly is, but it'll work probably.
Yeah.
To a degree.
Yeah.
I guess, it's a market.
We can make liberal razors that don't work on armpit hair. All right.
That's good.
It is. Thanks.
I've been growing out my beard for a little while.
Yeah,
I don't know if you two have noticed.
I have
but
noticed.
Thank you.
It's floofy.
I,
It's nice.
It's a little floofy, and because of its floofiness, I was like, maybe I should get one of those hot combs and straighten it out. And then I started going down the rabbit hole of hot combs, straightened beards.
Yeah.
They're the worst looking things of all
Oh, dude,
time.
you can look like one of those show dogs. Yeah.
Look like a schnauzer. Yeah. Like straight,
You
like
just
a
need to go.
Scotty.
You just need to go natural. You don't
Yeah.
need to just
No.
let it be what it's gonna be.
I put a little
Beard
little
oil?
a little balm in it.
Yeah.
Just a little Carmex around.
Nice.
Brush it in.
Tighten it
It
up.
looks nice.
Thanks. But yeah, that was my bit about beard straightening. Giant tall toilets. Why? That's a-
Giant tall toilets.
So more of a urinal thing, I guess. But you know what I'm talking about, the urinal that starts at the floor.
Oh yeah,
It's
the
start-
floor-length urinal.
Yeah, like some of these urinals
Guaranteed to get
start
piss on your pants.
Yes, they
Yeah.
start behind your feet almost. So then
Yeah.
you're like standing in the urinal
Yeah.
as you piss in it.
Right.
Yeah.
You're enveloped.
Yes, it's a crazy idea. I don't know why they did that.
necessary, but
And it's splashing on your legs. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't get it.
I already have a hard enough time not pissing all over the front of my pants.
Right.
You don't have to make it this easy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
One of my favorite sets I ever had at the old club was literally it had nothing to do with any joke I wrote. I walked up and didn't notice until the spotlights hit my body that I had roughly a $50 sized piss stain in my khakis.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I thought the the dragon was done.
Took a piss, and then and then like you take
There's
10
extra in
steps, and then your dick is like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And
It's like
then-
letting the top off that
Yeah.
straw, when you pick it up. And the piss stain killed for like 2.5 minutes. I just stood there and I didn't say a word, and the crowd just rolled.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Remember, there's Joey Ficken, an old comedian, passed away. R.I.P. Joey Ficken.
R.I.P.
Did a whole set, and he was killing. He was killing so hard, he didn't even. He was like, "What the hell is going on here?" And his fly was down, and like some of his underwear was coming out of his fly, and it was hilarious. And everybody was dying laughing.
Did he ever notice, or did anyone tell him?
No, like it's one of those things where like the crowd, he's doing his set and everyone's watching and it's funny,
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like the crowd is all on their own noticing.
Yes.
Oh, this guy's fly is all the way down.
Yeah.
And like his underwear is coming out.
Yeah.
But does anyone else see this? And then everyone's like,
Then
and then everyone realizes we all know this.
Yeah.
And he tells a joke,
then
and everyone just busts out laughing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he gets a look on his face where he's like, "Oh, I'm killing. I'm doing great." But we're all like, and he was doing great, but
He was.
But we were all laughing at this fly being down.
Yeah.
and
There's
it
a little
was-
extra spice on it.
Yeah,
Those are the best.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was overshadowed by my piss stain. I couldn't follow my piss stain.
Never can. That's an opener
Yeah.
and a closer.
Yes.
There's nothing in between.
Well, and it's especially cool when it's your own club and you're like, I'm the guy with the piss stain. That's always cool. It's a good look as an owner.
That's the guy that runs this place. His fucking dick's hanging out.
That was
What are you
always
gonna do?
one of my biggest pet peeves was when anyone would bring me up as one of the owners, because then if I go up and eat shit
Right.
for 5 minutes, everyone's going to be like, well,
Oh, and I know.
Even though that's
for
one
me,
cigar.
everyone's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, here's a guy that owns Black Cat ice cream," and they're all like, "Ice cream." I'm like, "Can you just
yeah.
don't associate me with my
That's every
Very
introduction
successful
that both of
business.
you ever get.
like just be like, hey, this guy
Yeah.
sucks," and I'm like, yeah, and then I'll win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can never. I mean, nothing's better than my ice cream that I'll ever say.
Yeah.
I can't follow my own ice cream. Like, this guy makes the world's best ice cream, and I do, but I can't follow that comedically.
Well, it's hard, yeah. You go up, owner of Black Cat Ice Cream, crowd goes wild, and then you're like, women be shopping, huh?
Yeah.
This guy.
So my dick has all these scabs on it. Oh, this guy has an ice cream shop that wins awards.
I don't know if I want to go there anymore.
Yeah.
We just
It's a tough opening.
disassociate those two things. No.
Well, I mean, the legendary story is that person who bombed, I mean, maybe the hardest bomb of all time at the club at an open mic, I think it was, or maybe. Oh, so it was like our little free showcase thing. And then in the midst of having, I mean, an all time, like a deafening bomb,
Yes.
everyone's ears are ringing.
Yeah,
Like a grenade went off.
silent, so silent that everyone's ears are like,
Shell shock.
Yeah. This person proceeds to be like, shout out Black Cat Ice Cream. Plugs Black Cat.
"Shut up! No."
Everyone's like, oh, shit. A ringing endorsement.
Keep my name out your mouth.
Yes. Keep my nice ice cream's name out your goddamn
Yeah.
mouth.
My ice cream did nothing to you or me, so
You got a little something for us, Toll?
Oh, I was just gonna. Have you guys heard of Sophie Rain? I hadn't until today.
Sophie Rain.
Sophie Rain.
I
She was a TikTok, Instagram, whatever influencer. Started an OnlyFans. In 1 year on OnlyFans, she made $43 million. In 1 year. And I was just like, what? And
I'd be willing to guarantee as well some of these people that make that level of money, a lot of the times they don't even show like their clam or anything.
I have no idea. I didn't look.
Yeah, it's like rated. It's like PG-13.
Yeah, it's like Cinemax shit.
And then people
I'm not
didn't,
saying that that's what,
Right.
but
and people didn't believe her, and then she proved it. I've just looked this because I saw it this morning, and I was like, $43 million. God damn. Wow, what do people think about hairy, tiny butts?
Let's find out.
Yeah.
Surely
I'll stick
20
things
grand
in
at
there.
least.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'll do her $5.
I mean, 43 million for that. Like, surely, folks, surely $25 grand for my friend's dirty asshole.
Yeah.
Like we can do this.
Yeah.
What do you want in there?
we beg
I'll
you.
go. We'll go.
Well, I mean, because I think a lot of people might assume that amount of money means you have to do just like Mike Honcho full
Right.
spread.
Yeah.
Where some of it almost seems like comedy or podcasting. Where how is there there's not an even I'm trying like distribution between creator. You know what I mean? Where
Right.
it's very top heavy. It's like
Absolutely.
How could one person be that much hotter? $43 million hotter than like Toll's ass.
It's marketing.
Well,
Yeah.
that's one answer.
We know the answer
yeah.
to kind of. Like,
yeah. That one
you know what I'm
makes
saying?
sense.
But like why
Yeah.
like why that person specifically? You said
And I looked her. I was like,
I guess it
this
was a TikTok influencer. thing.
she
That
was an
helps.
influencer pre
That helps.
OnlyFans, but it's like,
Because the Bad
Wow.
Baby girl, the Cash Me Outside, how
yeah,
about that?
she made a
Right.
million.
yeah,
I
she
think.
kind of did. She made
Yeah.
a million.
Oh,
like
she
a
made
day.
millions.
Yeah.
But I don't think she does hardcore. She just like
No.
I don't know what she does, but it's not.
But I think she literally opened an OnlyFans the day she turned 18
Yeah.
or something
Right.
like that, which was crazy.
That's why I always love her because she defeated Dr. Phil.
Right.
true.
Totally.
Like all these crazy kids and people come on and like talking, oh yeah, and then like they'll be sent to like a camp with like a drill sergeant. It's like no,
Yeah.
Major pain.
Remember the drill sergeant days on those old talk shows?
Yeah.
She was on the tip of that, and like she was like talking all this crazy shit, and Dr. Phil's like, hey, you can't get anywhere, but whatever, and she's like, fuck you, and then she
Yeah.
did OnlyFans. She's like, yeah. What?
Yeah.
But I
I'm
think
a
she was
millionaire.
already making
She
a lot
also
of money doing music.
Yeah,
already,
she
too.
is. She's
had a couple
making it
slappers.
fairly
Doing
big.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's had a couple
Pretty
slappers.
fucking weird, man. Couple slappers.
I bumped a little Bad Baby in my day. Or was
Have
that
you?
Bobby? Shyla, come on.
Bahaby.
It's spelled kind of like Bahaby.
Yeah.
Bad Bobby, baby. She's a millionaire.
You say
folks.
43 million,
43 million. in 1 year.
43.
which means what? She got about 33 of that, Dave. Less than that. 25 of that after taxes.
So how about this? So right now,
Still an amazing amount.
so
of money.
you're 33.
That's right.
You're
43.
43. I'm 48. We're all living our innocuous lives. If for some reason,
One could say loserly. No.
no way. But if for some reason your asshole, everyone had to see it. And you're like, okay, and then you made $50 million off of your dirty asshole on the internet.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about that?
Pretty great.
Yeah, right. Like,
I mean,
you guys want. You're like, okay, so I just all right. And
Like,
then-
like if it was a sick fascination with it for some reason, yeah. I mean, it's like the feet pics joke or anything else, where it's like.
that's what I'm saying.
we have a friend that showed his
I ain't
asshole.
to be clear, I ain't mad at this girl for making 43 million. Good
I'm
for
not.
her.
No, I'm
that's,
not
what
either.
that's what I'm saying. Like, there's
Yeah.
like it.
Good for her.
Like, how long has OnlyFans been going on now? It's like 5 years, maybe, or
it
4,
really,
3?
blew up during the pandemic.
Yeah.
But it was going before.
But
that.
this is like, so anyone that wants to just like show themselves off, like in my day, you had to go to Playboy or Penthouse. You had to get seen in front of Hugh Hefner and get put in print
Yes.
to show yourself off. To be like, I have the goods. I'm going to show it off.
Yeah.
But that was a very like
You had to go into a
narrow
photography
market
studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
You
have
couldn't
nudes
just
taken.
But now you're like, all right, here's my OnlyFans. Put a picture of your butthole on Instagram. You're like, all right, everyone, there you go. So what's up? And then
Yeah.
everyone's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah. We're gonna fund this.
meager. And if someone's making 43 million, so a meager, like I'm just getting by. I'm a ham and egger on OnlyFans. I make 900 grand a year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What are we talking about?
that's
Like,
not bad.
It's so easy now. Anyone, it's all,
But it's a matter of
the market is wide
marketing
open.
yourself.
Yeah, you almost have to have an angle ahead of time. Like
Because
you
I-
said, she was
yeah,
already kind of
yeah.
famous. Bad Baby got famous via Dr. Phil, then did music, then came with the OnlyFans. We need an angle.
Because I know some, pretty girls that have done OnlyFans that gave up.
and made like $30.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah.
Right. There's a
Yeah. And then I bet that feels great.
that has to be devastating.
Everyone
To
I
see
know
the
saw
gold-
my asshole.
Yeah,
and
to see
I-
the gold mine. They're like, oh, the promised land is OnlyFans, and I'm willing to throw down.
Yeah.
So here we go, boys.
Here's the bottom end.
And then you get $18.
Yeah,
You're like,
exactly.
oh.
Well,
Well, this has backfired spectacularly because I thought I was gonna.
yeah.
No, okay.
And then the girl selling farts in jars is making
Right.
$1 million. You're
Yeah.
like, well,
yeah.
feels good.
Feels good.
No jar could contain my fart, so I could never.
I like to imagine someone's OnlyFans, their little payout on that list of people who subscribed. It was one of those parent and joint Facebook accounts where it's like Alex and Angela whatever.
Oh, yeah.
All one word. Yeah.
Their parents or whatever.
Steve and Marcy,
Yeah.
all one word.
Mom, I told you not to look at my
Oh,
OnlyFans.
yeah. I saw a video today that
My mom
a
would look
girl,
at my OnlyFans.
where a girl was like, somebody had bought over $2,000 worth of her merch or whatever, downloaded everything that she ever did on OnlyFans. Tips. And then she got on TikTok and it said it was one of her contacts. And she was like, it was her stepdad. I was like, ugh. Yucky poo.
This really took a turn.
Yeah.
When the fuck is your open mic night?
Yeah.
Goodbye. That's crazy. I think you like can't be their stepdad legally anymore after that.
Yeah,
right?
I wouldn't.
You take
yeah.
them to
hope
court.
I don't know.
I hope someone intervenes and shuts it down.
Yeah.
We got to shut her down.
I bet, like, when she figured it out, I'm sure that she was on some kind of Australian talk show when talking about this. So,
Crikey.
Crikey.
Crikey. Me stepdad is looking at me asshole.
Me
Oh, no.
me old didgeridoo. Wow, 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 wow.
Didgeridoo, don't look at my nudes, Dad.
All right.
Wow, wow, wow. No good. That's the most I've ever tried the Australian accent, if I'm honest with you.
That's Toll's
But I'm
bread and butter
yes,
right
hey,
there.
Oh, yeah.
I
used
really
to
based
be
it
all
off
over
his.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it right now, though. Mates.
Mites. Iron Spice.
Iron
Museum.
Spice Museum.
All right.
All right.
A
Crikey.
pal of ours, old Matt Lamb, I was talking to him at the Partay last
Yeah, me
night for
too.
a little bit. He went to Australia.
3 weeks.
He said that flight fucking sucked.
I'm sure it did.
Where he like you can't sleep on the airplane, but you're just awake for like 25
Yeah.
hours, and you're
Yeah.
locked in a plane.
Ugh.
There's people farting and taking their shoes off and shit.
Miserable. I can't
Yeah.
hang for 2 hours.
Yeah,
That would be rough. But he did. It was cool talking to him because he was like, there's just like cockatiels and cockatoos. They just fucking live there. They got parakeets around like sparrows.
a couple
Fucking
cockadoos as well.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
How about cacadon'ts?
It is sweet though. I really respect. He's honestly a travel role model for me these days.
Yeah,
he went to
just going
South
for it.
Korea for a little while.
Just to
Yep.
fuck around.
Went to Seoul and hung out, I think, and I envy that. Just to be
Yeah.
like, fuck it. Especially going to South Korea, I think essentially solo. I
Yeah.
think he maybe met up with somebody there, but I don't know. My man is wild.
Truly.
He's going to be in Abu Dhabi next
Who knows?
in a Lamborghini.
The concubine of some fucking sheik.
Yeah.
Aus- I would like to go to Australia.
I think you'd fit in.
Yeah. Bunch of fucking. They're like the hillbillies of Europe.
Pretty much.
Even though Australia has nothing to do with Europe, but I always think of Australians as like
I mean, it has something to do with Europe.
hillbillies. Yeah,
I mean, England
They
did
got
send,
sent there, yeah.
I mean, they
Yeah.
sent people there. That's part of it because I think that it's
So
a
does
mixture
that-
of that,
yeah.
and then there was also Aboriginals that lived
Yep.
there,
Yeah.
I believe,
Yep.
and I think those two.
and it's
worlds
still
kinda aligned.
Australia's. Is it still part of the? It was part of the UK. It's not.
Their flag looks very
Yeah.
UK.
I believe the not Queen now, King of England is still like the monarch that like
Okay,
they're all
it's
like,
on their money. And
all right,
stuff.
we have to.
Yeah.
They never
Like
broke.
Canada.
They never broke completely free like we did. We're like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck the King of England.
Yeah.
We're kicking this fucking tea in. Yeah.
Tea stinks.
Yeah. Australia never did that. They're like, okay, well, we'll be cool about it. Like, let us do our own thing, but I guess you're still in charge. Whatever that means.
Righto.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I guess Bluey is from the BBC Australia, so they
Really?
got something to do with it.
Yeah, I remember hearing someone trashing Australia, being like they're the only nation in the world, or like the only continent that has zero exports, or whatever.
Well, they got ostrich skin boots.
That's right. Vegemite, I think.
Vegemite. I don't think anybody really likes that outside of Australia.
It looks like Nutella almost from the exterior,
But it's like savory.
yeah.
Vegemite, yeah, it's like a real rich, like,
Have
That's
you
something
had
they
it?
give you on Chopped to like fuck you up.
Yeah.
To like
Right.
ruin your food and be like, all right, try to make a Vegemite omelet. You loser. were they mean to you at all like that, like behind the scenes when you did Chopped?
mean? No. Well, one of the
Were they real serious?
there was 3 judges. One of them was real shitty to me. Just total disrespect.
Damn.
Shit.
The blonde broad that was there. I'm like, fuck you, lady. Come on, give me a fucking break. I'm on Chopped.
It is
It's
weird.
6:30 in the morning.
It's what they do every day, but every contestant on the show, it's like, it's fucking a crazy, it's the most insane day of their life.
Yeah.
But
To them, they're like, eh.
and the judges are like, well, this sucks. Get out of here. Go. Oh, thanks.
Thanks. Yeah, I guess no matter what you do, eventually it does just become a fucking job.
Yeah.
You know, even if you were like a professional athlete at some point, I'm sure someday, like the regular season games when it's not really that interesting or
Right.
whatever, you're like, who gives a fuck?
Who gives a shit? That's half the NBA because now there's load management. They say in the NBA, like if an NBA team plays 85 or 90 whatever regular season games, how much? 82. Yeah, 82 regular season games, and like back in the day, like every player played every game. No, like you never even thought it. But now it's load management where guys will like if there's a team they're gonna blow out, they're like, I'm not playing tonight. I gotta rest. It's load
shit.
management. It's a LeBron James bullshit thing. Fuck that. I don't agree with that philosophy of sportsmanship. No. You play the fucking games, bro. You get paid $1 bazillion.
Yeah.
People are coming to watch you play. Like that's the whole thing. Like
Right.
if you know, the Lakers are playing Orlando and Orlando sucks and they're playing in Orlando, a bunch of people are showing up and say, "Oh, I want to see LeBron
Yeah,
James
for
play."
sure.
And he's like, "You know what? I'm going to sit here and shine my shoes for a while
Yeah,
cuz
that would suck.
it ain't good." So that's
Yeah.
the modern day of the NBA, but
I've never heard of this.
yeah, load management. Yeah.
I practice load management.
We all do.
Not very well.
Mismanaged.
Yeah. I just heard a thing recently. Barry Sanders, one of the best to ever do it at running back, didn't really give a shit about football at all.
He was a real weirdo.
Yeah, he didn't
Yep.
care. I don't think he ever got a driver's license, things like that. I was like, is that because you didn't want one, or were you brain damaged from playing running back for so long? Yeah. Yeah.
Not a driving man.
Interesting.
Yeah, he got out early. He was when I was a kid, he was I don't even know if there's anyone that's analogous that's playing today, but he was, I mean, just a freak running back.
And the Lions always sucked.
The Lions
He
always
was the
sucked.
only-
he would run
yeah.
for 190 yards
Yeah.
and they would still get blown out. It was just
He was like one of the Davis brothers
yeah.
for the Lions.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
I don't know the Davis brothers. are.
from Iowa State, they were great running backs playing for a terrible team.
Troy and Darren Davis.
And all they did was run up the middle pretty much 3 out of 4 plays
Huh.
for every.
3.5.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, when I was so that's my sophomore year. So Iowa State right now, folks, look, hey, I am an Iowa State fan. I went to Iowa State. I have my entire family, like 5 generations since Iowa State's been there. There's been a Carter at Iowa State. Still to this day, I love Iowa State.
To this day.
But I grew up watching Iowa State eat shit for most of my life. And now they're playing for the Big 12 Conference Championship. Round third.
I better not watch it.
Please don't. They won 10 games for the first time ever this year.
That's pretty crazy.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, 10-2 right now, right?
10-2.
Hot
Should be
damn.
12-0, but here we are. Okay.
Yeah, I happened to watch one game and lost.
was all she
I lost
wrote.
in one of them.
Yeah, it's tough being so as a sports fan, I'm a Iowa State college fan, of course, which is like right now this is the best time ever, literally ever, to be an Iowa State fan. They're called the basketball team is number 6, I think, right now, and they are a championship contending. They are monsters.
Nice.
They're very good.
Damn.
And the football team is the best it's ever been. They've won 10 games and they go play for the championship. If they win that, they'll be in the college playoff. Who knows? But this is as good as it gets to be an Iowa State fan. This is the best it's ever been in my life. I've been suffering for so long. And my pro team are the Las Vegas Raiders, who are terrible. They've always been terrible. So I'm a fan of terrible teams. So right now, I'm on the come up right now.
But they came home to roost finally.
Yeah, fine. Sometimes it never happens. Sometimes there'll be dynasties of teams or teams that do. Most teams do well. They'll up and down, but for being a Cyclone fan, it's like no, it's never good.
Yeah,
But now it is. So
good for you, man.
hell yeah.
And with the football side of it, is it pretty deeply tied to Matt Campbell? Is that sort of
100%. Yeah. He's been in. I think this is maybe his 8th year or something like that. And
It's wild.
so
how much can swing on the
Iowa
coach.
State is all schools they have like their size according to like how many students they have, and then successful programs get more money. It's just a thing that. So Iowa State's always been a smaller school with not very much money. So just to be able to compete and try and take a run at it is extremely difficult just from a resources standpoint. So it's finally happening.
Well, I guess Matt Campbell was a nice little grab.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a kind of, as someone who doesn't watch a lot of sports these days, it's still impressive to me how much a coach can have an effect. Because you figure, like,
Yeah.
ultimately, if the players can play, it should be all good,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, it's still it's
You
still
gotta have a brain
You have to
there.
have a real good. You have to have a good head coach, a good coaching staff. You need to have a good administration. There's so much to it, by and large, unless you get somehow you get a good coach that can bring in a few freak athletes, which is kind of the Colorado method right now with Dion and his son and Hunter. That's great, but it's real fucking hard, especially in this day and age, to put a decent college team together that can contend.
Well,
But-
the best players are going to go somewhere. They always would, but now there's the incentive of making money as a college.
Well, yeah.
student
I mean,
also.
my whole life growing up watching college sports, which I prefer more to pros. The college game is more interesting and it's funner. It's more fun. But it was always like a college athlete couldn't sign an autograph for $5. He would be thrown off the team. You couldn't make any money. You couldn't do anything. And there are very stringent rules. And people lost their college careers because they.
Signed a pair of tits or something.
Yes, exactly. Yes. And now it is the complete opposite of that, where college players come to school and be like I've heard stories where I'll come play for you, but I need a check for $250,000
Yeah.
and a Bugatti. And they're like,
With a hot
okay. Yeah. And they're like, all right, we'll make that happen.
Damn.
Let alone everything else that happens. But now, it is total pay to play. It's and there's no rules.
That's how Dion's doing
I
his
feel
thing,
like a
guess.
few years from now, this will probably change. They'll get a hold of it, but like it's the wild, wild west now in college, where like if Black Hat ice cream became super great, well, it's already super great, guys. Okay, but if I was to become a billionaire off of Black Hat ice cream,
could happen.
I could be like, I'm gonna cut off $10 million to the greatest college player in the world to go play for Iowa State, and I will pay you. And they would be like, yep, there you go. And he would do that, and that'd be totally cool.
Yeah.
It's crazy right now.
It seems like that'd be a move if you were a great player, but not the greatest player, to go to like a smaller market school and dominate
Yeah.
that school, and then everyone would be like, well, this guy's fucking amazing. And then you could get rake in all that Iowa State money or whatever, you know?
Not a bad.
I don't know.
I'm just looking forward to the NCAA freak off parties that are,
Yeah.
that are going to get aired out here. In
Right.
like 2
They were
years.
already kind of happening.
Oh no,
But
that's
with-
always been.
Get a lot of money.
That's
involved.
always
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like now that where it's like, oh, we'll pick you up in a private jet
Yeah.
and take you to Sizzler or whatever,
Yeah.
you know,
right.
take you to
Yeah.
the strip club and then to Sizzler afterwards.
And they're like, yeah, and also a briefcase full of $100 bills, and like, oh, of course, yes,
yes.
of course, yeah.
consider it done.
Yeah.
But it is good. I mean, because wasn't that a whole issue? Didn't they pull the NCAA football games for a while because of the like pre-NIL, like because they were making money off the likenesses of college players?
Yeah.
And
Well, yeah, that's the whole thing.
I think that's like what led to it. Maybe
for the last like 10 years, like I guess really the last 10 years in earnest, where like the NCAA makes so much money
Billions.
off of the whole product of just regular season football games,
College football.
let alone bowl games and all that. Like the NCAA was making a shitload of money. And it's true. Like you have these, most
kids,
most
most of
college,
which-
most
yeah.
college football players will never play pro. Like, like maybe 15%. Like,
That's
it's just-
high, probably.
right.
Yeah.
But they're never gonna, even if they're really good, it's just not gonna happen. So if you're a good athlete,
well, this almost plays into the OnlyFans thing too. Where it's like,
that's exactly right. Yeah.
where it's like
make
being an
money,
athlete,
get
yeah.
your money. Like
Yep.
go out, make money, kill it, and then do whatever you want. But
yeah,
if a business entity is making $1 billion off you and you're getting tuition, be like,
yeah.
maybe cut me a check. So that's
Yeah.
where we're at now.
Yeah.
But it's now it's crazy.
Well, trying to act like being an athlete in college isn't a fucking full-time job is insane.
Oh yeah,
You know what it's like, yeah, we're here to learn. Wink.
right.
You know?
Getting my marketing degree.
Yeah. And it's true for about the same percentage of college athletes that go pro are the same percentage of college athletes that are playing college sports for the education. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think I follow you on that.
Probably higher. The percentage is probably higher.
Well, it seems like a net benefit anyway.
But if you're
if, if the athletes are bringing in more entertainment, which then leads to like better facilities overall for the school,
Right.
that benefits all students
Yeah.
likely.
It's all about
So
TV packages, like where's the game going to be aired, and then there's money and all that, and
Oh yeah, I was trying to watch the goddamn Iowa State game on ESPN Plus because I pay for ESPN Plus. It had like Texas versus Texas Tech or whatever. It had some games, but not all of them. And I was like, why is it so goddamn hard
Yeah.
to watch this team I'm pretending to bond with my friend Alex? I'm trying to bond with my buddy.
quit making it so goddamn difficult.
I was thinking about this.
So I was
wish
watching Twitter live update, like the guys
Yeah.
that will like tweet
Right.
real time what
Everything
the fuck's
that's happening.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a transcription.
Yeah. You could pop on the radio.
Oh, yeah, the radio. I didn't
Yeah.
even think about that.
Play by play.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're okay. I just wish I was thinking about it I wish I cared about sports more. Like I think it's fine. Like people that like sports, good for them. I
And
wish
you even did it.
I wish I did. Yeah. I wish I liked them more, but I just this doesn't do it for me. I need some robots.
just
you know?
gotta just start watching.
Yeah.
Just
More of a battle buck.
I did it. I've done it.
like I watch Iowa State. That's the team I care about the most, and then I like watching Iowa, and if Iowa wins, that's fine. If they lose, that's hilarious. And there's other teams that I feel the same way. Like I'm hate watching. Like I want to watch you. Like most
Watch
teams,
them lose.
I love watching them lose. You know.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's all about ratings and money and.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad they're getting at least a little bit of cut of it. It seems fair to me.
Yeah,
Well, they get
absolutely.
big
What,
cuts,
what the
yeah.
fuck?
It was essentially slave
It's-
labor
'cause it
the
used to
entire
be-
time.
Yeah, it used to be like if you went to play at Iowa State and you're like, oh, you get there for a year and you're like, this ain't it for me. I'm going to transfer. Then that meant you had to sit out a year. You couldn't. So if you're a sophomore, like you have to sit out your junior year. You can't play, and then you get to play the next year.
Right.
Now there's a transfer portal, which means you can just like right now I'm playing for Iowa, and Iowa sucks, so I'm gonna go play for Oklahoma. And you can do that right now. You can literally change teams and be playing there next year, no
You
problem.
just log on to AOL and
Yep.
you type in your
Switch.
new team.
Yep. Put a new profile pick up, and you're
That's
good to
right.
go. But it used to be like you couldn't take any money. There was no transfer. Now, like anyone can transfer. You can get paid whatever you want. It's insanity. So
I wonder what the country's worst comedy scene is. I was gonna move there and dominate.
Big
I'm
fish,
gonna- yeah.
small pond.
Number one comedian in Polk City.
You would probably blow the doors off Polk City. They wouldn't know what the fuck hit them if you
go to
rolled in.
Omaha. Omaha
Yeah.
sucks. I like that Omaha.
Starting
comedy
rivalries.
scene. Omaha comedy scene used to be good.
That's
it's
true.
I've never made the trip over. I've made the trip over to Omaha, but never for comedy reasons. I've never
Oh,
been
we used to
invited.
do it.
so
It used to happen a lot.
there was a lot
I
of
think the
crossover.
youngsters do it now.
They're back, but
Yeah.
I respect the people that make the trip and everything. I'm not. I've never been. Yeah, never been invited. I don't want to just show up and be like, hey.
Yeah,
I guess
I'm
I
not.
could.
I'm not
Hit
as
the
into
portal.
Yeah.
traveling for gas money shows
Yeah.
where I used to be like, just anything, give it to me.
so funny. This time of year that we used to do. Remember when we used to do corporate shows at Christmas?
Yeah.
We used to do it all the time back in the day.
Yeah.
We would be hired as professional comedians to go do corporate Christmas shows for any number of weird businesses.
You two as a
Around
pair, or just in
And
general?
Dan too.
Yeah.
We did. Yeah. We
Yeah.
did Hy-Vee for like Hy-Vee. And we doing for a robotics company. I remember that
Yeah.
one over there.
Would you have to be clean or anything, or would you just?
I think should have probably been less dirty than I was, at least.
Corporate shows are always the same thing where you get in there and they're like, here you go. Like, you can have a little dinner with us and we're
Yeah.
paying you and drink. And you're like, yeah, cool. This is like, I'm like a professional comedian now. Look at
Yeah.
this. And then people
King
come
of
up
the
to me like,
castle.
oh man, Randy is the marketing manager and he hates frogs. You should talk about that. And one time he was gone and like, okay, all right. And then so you have to bring that up and like, oh boy, who hates frogs, everyone? And like,
Yeah.
Randy hates frogs.
yep.
And then they give you like way too personal information where it's like, oh, Gary cheated on his wife last night. A lot of us know, but not everybody.
Yeah.
You should talk about it. It's like, maybe
Well,
not.
I
I
just
think
wanted
you should
to
taste this water again.
All right.
I think you guys got something in your ice.
Yeah, just taste. Definitely tastes freezer burn.
Okay. It's like sweet.
What's going on
So
with the
sweet.
water at your house?
I think it's that Toll's just not really drank water before.
yeah, that's
I'm
right.
telling
Yes.
you. No.
You famously don't drink water.
No, I guess that's true.
It tastes so sweet, so pure.
No, you're wrong. There's not. That is.
I am not wrong.
That is neutral. There's
Yeah.
no.
It tastes a little freezer burn. That's all I'll say.
I wouldn't even say that. It tastes like nothing. Like how you want water to be.
You're tasting your own mouth, Toll.
That might be true. I am pretty sweet.
Oh, sweet Toll McGrain.
That's right.
Sweet
Uh,
T McGee.
I got to spend a little Thanksgiving with some family, my mom's side of the family, and my mom and her sister, aka my aunt Debbie, basically look exactly the same. They're
Yes,
both-
I've seen
Yep,
the, I've
yep.
seen the pics. Yep.
Yeah, they both kind of look
One
like
and the same.
Billy Idol is sort of what we go with. And my mom, to to her credit,
Nice
coined that
day
herself.
to-
She was. I remember we were like, "Mom, what's up with the new hairdo?" Like when she first started kind of
Yeah.
spiking it like that, and she was like, "Fuck you, I look like Billy Idol." Like as a defense.
There you go.
I was like, all right.
Yeah.
So yeah, but they both, they're very funny together because whatever, two siblings growing up their whole lives.
Yeah.
And, you know, that they nitpick and they tell very funny family stories. And so they were telling me a story about their dad, my grandpa, Cleo Patrick McCoy, which I always thought was kind of
Cleo
Patrick?
Patrick.
Cleo.
His name was Cleo Patrick.
Cleo Patrick.
Damn.
McCoy, which is kind of cool because it
I
sounds like
love it. I know.
Yes,
That's
yes.
I've never even
Yeah.
Cleopatra.
He didn't like Cleo though, so we just call him Grandpa Pat. But I guess he was in the Korean War, old hard ass kind of guy,
Yeah.
like a lot of guys from this era. You know, because they were raised by a lot of them like first generation immigrants or
Right.
whatever, people fresh off the old potato boat from Ireland or whatever. But I guess when he died, they found a mason jar, and I guess because he didn't like doctors and dentists, he thought they were all like head shrinkers and stuff. They found
Bullshit.
a mason jar with like all of his back molars that he had pulled out, and I guess they were like this fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the root is so long.
Yeah.
And I guess he just pair of pliers just yanked his
And
own.
saved him.
Yeah, and then saved them, which I was
I wouldn't get rid of him either.
nice memento.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Kind of wish they would have kept him, honestly. But
For sure, dude.
Cleopatra.
and I was like, so that's so I came from technically his balls. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, good deal.
Straight line.
Yeah. He was just a really, really cool guy. Made a great homemade ice cream.
Nice.
Well, could,
Teeth flavored.
Yeah, he is. Tastes like that water.
Tastes
you
like
drink.
calcium.
Yeah. I don't need to talk about the water again. I
Yeah.
guess.
No, we can keep talking about it. It's but it is fun to hear these old, crazy stories about family members and
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
because he died. He was the reason we first. I mean, we moved back, or we were coming back to see him because he was sick, and then my mom, like right as he died, was like, "Psst, your father and I are getting a divorce."
Oh, fun.
Huh?
Yeah.
What? So I didn't get that much time with him, but yeah. I mean,
A little upstaged.
yeah, sounds like a fascinating guy. Oh, and I also I wish I should have put it on a slide, but I'm gonna show it to you anyway on my phone. I'll show it to the watchers at home as well. But speaking of my grandpa, I feel like everyone is always like, my grandpa was a Golden Gloves boxer in the Navy SEALs. or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
back in 1923. And I'd always heard those stories, and I assumed they were bullshit. And then I was shown this very photo. It's my grandpa's there on the
Oh,
left,
shit.
getting a Golden Gloves boxing Army trophy.
Damn.
Right there. So
The angle of this photo, he has huge hands and a tiny head.
I know. I might descend from a pinhead clan of some sort.
He's got Wreck-It Ralph hands.
Yeah, he's a big guy too. He was like the biggest anyone in my family has been. He was about 6'1", I think.
Okay.
Damn.
So he peaked for us, but
Yeah.
got hands like microwaves. But I'll show it to the screen as well. I can, you can zoom in, use some effects. Shiloh, zoom in on that for me. But that is the proof. His head looks very tiny. It's hilarious.
Must be the angle. Yeah.
Yeah, and he kept his hair.
Oh.
You know
Full
what I
head of
mean?
hair.
Yeah.
I don't know what bullshit I got. But
He's got his uniform on, full head of hair, giant mitts.
yeah.
I don't really know
Wish.
anything about my
Grandparents?
elders. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why don't you? Do you ask?
They're all dead.
Yeah, but
Oh,
You
do
never
I?
hear
I don't really
stories
know
or
that much
anything?
about my mom really either, or my dad, I guess, about their like pre-me lives.
Yeah, you're like, not of my
I did.
concern.
yeah, I wasn't there. Who gives
It
a
did
fuck?
come up when it was like doubted, like like my drinking issues. I was like, oh, got some of those. And my sister like, oh, you're not an alcoholic, and then runs down a list of all the just severe alcoholics from my
There
family.
was Uncle Terry.
yeah. There was the porch guy. I was like, what does that mean? Like,
The porch,
you know,
guy.
he would
Uncle
just-
porch guy.
the cops would find him and then just toss him on his porch. Like, oh, and he was, it was like your uncle or whatever, like great uncle. I was like,
He was
okay.
just having fun, you know. Who cares? Nah, you're looking.
Yeah,
You're
running
making
down
too
a
much
list.
out of it.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
I mean, some might say the town drunkard. but,
Yeah.
That's.
Like, oh, okay.
It seems like everyone was kind of drunk back then.
Yeah.
'Cause you roll back the clock far enough, I know they were basically drinking beer and wine just because it was safer than water.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, for a long time.
That's
yeah.
what Johnny Appleseed was running around. The apples were essentially inedible, but they were used to make cider, cider with alcohol in it.
So Johnny Appleseed was fucked up.
Johnny Appleseed was getting.
Yeah, he was not about apple pie.
Yeah,
he was about
no.
mead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, I'm Johnny Appleseed.
Yeah.
I invented Crown Apple, and you guys love it.
Did he have like a pot on his head backwards or something?
That's what you think of him, man. I didn't know he was a real dude until like a few years ago. Like, oh shit.
He sounds like a stand-up comedian almost. Old Johnny Appleseed.
Yeah.
He's got the best 30 you've heard.
There is a Johnny Reefer Seed comedian.
Reefer seed.
I think,
Of course
or
there
Johnny
is.
Reefer. I don't know. Yeah.
Huh.
It's funny.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I like the word reefer.
Yeah.
Reefa, grass.
Dope.
Dope. I love calling it dope.
Let's go smoke some dope.
But some of your fellow dope smokers, not fellow dope smokers. I never touch the stuff.
Yeah.
Not one.
I never touch the stuff.
That's for losers.
Yeah. They don't like it when you call it dope because it
Huh.
makes it sound like a hard drug. Like, it's still fun to call it dope, though.
It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
So smoke some dope.
Yeah. Dope was kind of a catch-all.
Yeah, for
Right.
sure. That's the issue, though. You see
Yeah.
that it is a catch-all.
That gets lumped in.
Yeah,
Because I'm pretty sure weed is still like a Schedule 1 or
it
something.
is.
Which is crazy.
I think they were gonna change that.
Until RFK gets his hands on it here pretty soon. Junior is gonna. He's like, oh yeah. I gotta make weed legal, and we're gonna make mushrooms legal. You're like, all right, well that's pretty cool. I
That is
guess.
pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I like that.
Yeah.
Some of his stuff. I mean, like not advertising pharmaceuticals. I'm down with that.
Please.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm old enough to remember when they did not do that.
Yeah.
That was, and then I remember when they decided to legalize advertisements for drugs.
Yeah. This is Latutra.
Exactly. Now,
Worry. Disclaimer. Latutra might cause brain bleeding.
Right.
Explosive diarrhea out of your mouth. A bunch of other shit. Anyway, I'm not good at
Yeah.
improvising.
When they're advertising drugs, like regularly advertising drugs to counteract the side effects of other drugs.
Yeah.
Like we may have a problem.
Yeah.
Good fucking God.
This is a companion drug to
yes,
Latutra.
yes.
It makes you not diarrhea out of your
Yeah.
mouth, but
Oh, you-
out of your ears instead.
yeah. Oh, you take your usual antidepressant, but that's not doing it. So here's another one to lay on top of it.
Yeah.
But it may make your asshole light on fire, but it's cool and blah blah blah. You're like,
It'll make your kids hate you, but that's all right. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. I guess I've only grown up in time. Maybe there were some times before that I don't remember seeing them as much, but I feel like I've grown up with them being on TV, basically.
Yeah.
So I didn't know any different. I didn't realize that other people didn't do it. Other countries,
We're like
other
the
country-
only
yeah.
country that does.
which is fucked up.
And it's
Yeah.
I mean it's crazy too because you'll see a commercial for a drug and it's like, do you have? It's always like. You have AIDS, but also you're depressed. It's always some very specific thing where like, who is this for?
Right. And,
And if
how,
you had
how
AIDS,
are
you
there
would be
Like
pretty
you're putting on a
you know,
nationally
AIDS-related depression?
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're putting on a national ad campaign worth tens, if
Right.
not
Well,
hundreds
that's what
of millions of
John
dollars.
Stamos is in it.
I know.
Yeah.
Like,
How are there enough people for this ad?
right.
They licensed a Journey
Yeah.
song.
Because one, it's like, do you have antidepressant-related constipation? Like, you
I
need
don't-
this.
I
Like,
don't
all
know.
right.
Yeah.
Which I guess
All
that makes sense.
114 of you out there.
Yeah.
We got you.
This is for you.
Yeah.
Huh. I wish they'd make I'm fine if they advertise drugs in commercials. I just think it should be cool drugs.
Yeah. I
It's
agree.
like you want You want to eat a whole bag of Cheetos
Yeah.
while watching the same movie you've been watching for the last 25 years.
Yeah. You want to be confused about what's going on in Bluey? We got the drug for you. Like, all right.
Yes, sir. It's called Delta 8 THC.
Yeah.
You can buy it at truck stops. It'll make you have a panic attack in a place you're normally totally comfortable in. Your one safe place will feel scary again.
Very scary.
Yeah, it's gonna make you think all your friends hate you.
Yeah. Do you want to be alone on the 4th of July? Even if you're with all your friends?
Yeah,
And you have AIDS and you're depressed
yeah.
and you have low blood sugar. We got the pill for you, but it might light your asshole on fire. But
But limited time only.
Sold.
Price is subject to verification. Yeah, that was a podcast, folks.
Yep.
No, I got a little bit more. Okay. Oh, yeah. So I talked about the pulling teeth. Another story about my grandpa. Same grandpa. My Aunt Debbie, the one who looks like Billy Idol, just like my mom. I guess she fell. She like fell down a flight of stairs in Peter Griffin style, like Tom Segura level, like snapped her arm.
Oh, no.
And my grandpa, I guess despite her hand being like, where he falls off the roof.
yeah, where it's totally the wrong direction.
Yeah. And I guess they waited a good 2 days on it. He was like, all right, it's all purple. We'll take it.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did when I punched the no parking sign and broke my hand. I was like, I think it's fine. I was all swollen the next day. And I was like, I can move my fingers
Sort
this
of.
much. Yeah.
Enough.
Yeah. Like, there may be something wrong. Yeah.
My hand looks like a puffer fish. The old parking sign. That was post the fight.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We
Yep,
talked about
yep.
this with Danny. I remember this. It's all coming back to me. My mom called my stepdad. This was probably the funniest moment of the whole Thanksgiving, if I'm honest with you. My mom was looking through photos because she was trying to find the Golden Gloves photo of my grandpa, and she found a photo of my stepdad without a goatee. I think so. I don't know if it was like an operation or like for some reason his goatee had to be shaved.
Yeah.
You gotta take it off.
Yeah, for like a CAT scan or something. and she scrolls, she finds a picture of him with no goatee, and this is on Thanksgiving in front of everyone. She's like, "Oh, I didn't like you without a goatee. You look like a pedophile." And I was like, it's always nice to be called a pedophile
Right.
on Thanksgiving, you know.
That's the first time somebody looked more like a pedophile without a goatee.
I know, right?
Yeah.
The photo, and I was like, she's kind of got a point.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did look kind of strange. I don't know if it was like a work related thing, but yeah, she was like,
That's
"Oh,
funny.
I almost left you when you shaved that off." But people do get kind of attached. If you do have one facial hair all the time, and
Oh,
then you
yeah.
shave it, you're like, "Whoa."
I know. I've been growing this fucking beard out. Usually I do in the winter time, but I started early because I'm like, you know what? Trying to open this second ice cream shop and it's not going, so I'll just shave my beard off when I open it up. And now I'm like Old Man River over here, just like. And now I'm like, oh, if I shave it off, I haven't been clean shaven in I don't know 15 years. I don't know.
Please, we have to do it. At some
feel like
point.
I know.
like clean shorn.
I'll keep the mustache. I'll keep them. I can't let the mustache go. That's like my little, like safety. Like, but to take the whole thing off, I should. I know. Shave cast.
Because Toll
not a bad
actually
idea.
shaves his quite a bit. Like he'll
No, I know.
he'll circulate.
And I'll take it. You know, I always have some degree. Like usually, like stubble is my thing. Like, this is like fully grown out, but whenever I'll see friends that have like a beard, and like facial hair, and they shave it off, and then they take a picture on Facebook, they're like, "Dude," I'm like, "Yeah, you look like a fucking idiot."
Yeah, Wes did that.
Yeah,
recently.
everyone does. Where you're like, "Yeah, no, boo, boo,"
Yeah.
like,
Well, to Wes's
Yeah.
credit, he took like a terrible picture of himself and was like, "It does look bad."
yeah.
He trashed himself. It was pretty. It was very enjoyable.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I
when-
do. I've had the mustache now for so long, we're on and off. But when I lose the mustache, I'm like, oh man, these thin little white boy lips I got going on. Like,
little chicken lips.
yeah, my little mouth. Yeah, I don't like it anymore.
My dad always had a mustache growing
Yeah.
up, like always always had the like nothing else, but he had a mustache. And one day he was clean shaven. It was just like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, my dad always had
That's
a
it. Don't-
You're
beard.
not my dad.
Yeah, I don't even know who you are.
You're some pedophile.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, you look like a pedophile.
Oh,
It's like, Jesus, Mom. We'll buy you a vape.
oh, have at her,
apologies.
buddy.
I only vape when I podcast. I've talked about it before.
Oh, I need to do a correction, by the way.
Oh, corrections.
I didn't actually catch that gum in my mouth, you guys.
What?
I didn't. I caught it in my
The
hand.
podcast is over.
I don't know. I lied.
Thanks for coming clean.
Yeah, no problem. I couldn't live with myself any longer.
You have a good moral.
I did
compass.
bounce it a few times though,
That's
and then
good.
caught it, and I was so relieved. But that was like, this story is no good. Why am I even telling this story?
At the end of this podcast, you'll be like, "All right, I didn't even catch it." It dropped.
I was never chewing gum.
It went in the
never sure.
garbage. I picked it
God
up.
damn it.
I made up a story from scratch. I wanted it to be good on the podcast. Not to brag, folks, but if you follow us on TikTok, you will see
Oh.
that about 2 clips ago, we got 42,000 plays and roughly like 1,300 likes.
Yeah.
I will say I was walking around acting a little different. Once we hit 20K, I was like walking around like I don't know nobody.
Yeah. It still goes up about 1,000 a day, it
Yeah.
seems.
But it was really for
It's
at
cooling
first.
off now, but it
Yeah.
was riding high.
You have to understand, folks. We've been toiling in obscurity for quite
Yeah.
some time.
Yeah.
So seeing anything go even above 800 was
Yeah.
pretty exciting. And at one point, I was like, "Oh, it'll be. What if it gets 5,000?
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. I might have to, write a letter home. Mama, we did it.
Yeah.
And then it just kept on going. It was
Yeah.
very cool.
It's funny. Yeah.
And if anyone new from TikTok is watching, thanks.
Yeah. Hello.
Let's keep running it up. I put out a great
Ooh.
little
Gay
priest
porn is
joke.
very popular.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. We went viral doing gay porn. Who would have thought?
Fair enough. I'll take it.
A band called Knocked Loose. It's a heavy band, a very good one, as a matter
Is
of
it a
fact.
gay
Very
porn band?
knocked my sphincter loose.
That's right. My favorite band, Pink Sock. Gay porn jokes.
Keep going.
Yeah. Cum Guzzler. I love that band.
These are all probably real bands, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
All right. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I enjoyed the riffing.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Knocked Loose, though, a band. Yeah, they played on Jimmy Kimmel. This is the first time a heavy band
Oh, yeah,
has
yeah,
ever
yeah.
played, and
Yeah.
it was pretty interesting to see, especially see the reaction from people online. I guess some people are like, "Oh, I don't watch TV to see shit like this."
People are demanding an apology.
yes,
Yeah.
from Jimmy.
Yeah.
What?
Jimmy did not oblige,
No.
which I'm
What was
happy
the
he did.
just like
Like
what-
heavy, like
screamo?
super heavy
Yeah.
metal. Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Slipknot isn't this. I mean, they're heavy, but they're not. I
They have a
mean,
little bit
are.
of singing sometimes too. This is no singing, so
Yeah.
and it was heavy and it was sweet and it was an outdoor show too. It looked like I don't know how they do that with Jimmy. If they just do it out in the parking lot or what, but it looked like a sick ass concert. I just wanted to shout out Knocked Loose for doing that. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was as a former little hardcore kid, and I still enjoy a lot of that scene. It was actually a pretty big moment for that music.
Little
Nice.
come up.
Yeah, to be on something like that.
Nobody ever put.
Mainstream.
I'm surprised nobody put Morbid Angel on anything. Or Lamb of God. Those are pretty big. Yeah.
I saw Pink Song. Lamb of God was a big one. That's like OG.
Walk with me
Hot Topic.
hell. Yeah. It's a good song. I should check it out.
Yeah, or even like a Guar, you think might have like snuck on.
I bet Guar did, but I don't think Guar isn't as hard
No,
as.
but it's
yeah.
visually.
It's crazy
Yeah.
when you see
Yeah.
that music, and I mean, for me, like it does nothing for me. It's like dudes are like, yeah, and it's like, you're like,
Yes, sir.
you're like, oh,
The double bass drum.
okay,
Rocking.
like, that's it.
Yeah, the
Like,
whole
that-
time.
like that's there's no like
Uh,
reprieve. It's just like all like just
I think when you're young and kind of angry, it feels.
I know,
good.
and I was very young and angry, but that never got a hook in me. I was always like, no.
You're like
this
Van
is-
Hagar for me, sir. Turn it up.
please.
Yeah, and some of it might be a little generational because I definitely.
No, I'm
am
not
the
saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm
prototypical,
just saying for me, I'm like, I mean, it's popular and people are into it. It's still like it's carried on, for years now. Like it's people are into it, but I'm just like, I don't.
Yeah.
But I'm not hating on it. I appreciate it.
What you hate on it?
It does nothing for me. I don't like it, but I appreciate the fact that people are like, I like listening to people go, yeah.
It's a big vibe. It's a big vibe. We did some of those shows at the club back in the day.
Yeah, many years ago when Slipknot was huge, Des Moines was kind of considered the heavy metal capital of the world.
Mm-hmm.
We had so many bands trying to ride Slipknot's coattails.
We didn't really do it though. It didn't turn into like a Seattle scenario with grunge, where like all these amazing bands, like we got Slipknot, but like Seattle during the grunge era in the '90s, they got Nirvana, Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, like just so many like classics, like so much so that a whole
Blind Melon.
genre took over for a while.
Yeah.
Des Moines, like Slipknot did what it did, and they're great, and they're,
Yeah. And,
but there was never like 5 more Slipknots coming out of Des Moines.
and Slipknot
In that
was,
case, couldn't cover the spread.
There hasn't been 5 more Slipknots since Slipknot.
No.
Really.
Yeah.
Well, and Slipknot is such a unique combination of things too, because it's not just the music; it's like the artistry, the costumery,
Yeah.
the
Which I appreciate.
yeah, I think that's why it probably couldn't be duplicated because it wasn't just a sound thing; it was like because they wear those.
It would be funny if there's like 5 different
onesies
bands
and-
that were all like, we're the guys that wear pig masks, we're the guys that have these masks, and we play all this music, and it takes over the nation.
It seems like it's hard for even, never mind Iowa, any other band to do it. There's not a lot of bands that are doing that whole mask thing. Like,
There was a band. There's a
only room
metal.
for
It's a good gimmick. It's a good gimmick.
There's like a mechanical. I don't know. But there's a metal band. There was a metal band that they all dressed like aliens.
oh,
You remember? You guys remember that? Was it Index Case? I don't know. But
Nothing.
well, good point, McGrain. Yet again.
No, but I mean it's related.
Yeah.
Like dressing like aliens.
Yeah.
It seems like the world only has tolerance for like so much of that.
Right.
Like Slipknot, until they die off, that's all you get. Just one guy's in painter suits and masks on,
Yeah.
hitting a keg with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
There's only room for one of those.
Yeah.
That's
I met
true.
that guy.
And that's even
baseball back
more
there.
impressive than the fact that you come up with such a unique genre and your own take on it. That's like your specific, like 10 dudes with masks doing this insane music, and like that's it. That is it. We're doing this here, and we're gonna become one of the biggest bands in the world.
And they really are. I mean, to this day, especially like
Dude.
internationally, they're huge.
Oh yeah, I remember being when I was a senior in high school on spring break in California, going into like a Spencer's Gifts in an outdoor mall, and going through the posters and be like, "What the? There's like 5 Slipknot posters in here in fucking San Diego. Like, what the hell is going on here?" It's pretty. I
know.
Yeah.
To me, it was
Notable.
upsetting that like finally like a local band does like they make it. They super make it. They are top, and I'm like, I hate this shit. I want nothing to do with this.
Their biggest album. Is
I couldn't
literally-
tell you a Slipknot. I know nothing about any of their. I've accidentally heard a few.
I
of
bet
their
you've heard
songs.
"Wait and Bleed."
I couldn't tell you anything about it. I couldn't tell you anything about their music. But that's just me. Like I'm not, But I wish, like, of course, like this local band. Like I bleed for this shit. But I'm like I can't. I don't. I won't. I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But good for you, Slipknot. You did it.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
25 years ago.
It's nice to have some. I mean, and then they've carried enough steam. It seems like they can just keep on doing
Yep.
it. I mean, Knotfest was huge this year.
Yep.
It was a huge fucking turnout. I think Knocked Loose was on Knotfest. If I think I'm.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's better than nothing.
Hey,
That's right. That's
we got
totally
something.
right. Yep.
There's some states that probably don't. I mean, does Idaho have a band? I don't
Fuck
know.
that. No, they got nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
that'd
interesting.
be an interesting map. The biggest band from every state.
Yeah, like a state bird.
There'd be some states that have far too many, I suppose.
Yeah, California
It'd be
has like
hard.
100.
Biggest band from states you don't expect to have big bands.
Yeah.
We had the Glenn Miller Orchestra.
Oh.
Yeah. Alex knows that.
Yeah. That kind of music he likes. 'Cause he's
I was doing the
98.
Charleston back then. All up and down this motherfucker. Charleston, like you wouldn't believe.
Alex likes music he can cut a rug to.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep. Yacht Rock
Yeah, right.
and Glenn Miller.
I don't mind some yacht rock.
I don't mind Yacht Rock.
I think there's a new documentary coming out on Netflix about yacht rock that I need to watch. HBO?
I worked with a tiny old Asian lady named Yacht, and she didn't rock at all. It's true though.
Was that at the suit store?
Yeah, she was the
Yeah.
tailor at SEK Menswear.
It was Yacht, and it was, what's the guy's name?
Ernie
Ernie, the
Johnson.
Negro League
Baseball
player. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. A Negro League baseball player
Johnson.
and Yacht. Of
He knew Glenn Miller.
course he did.
And
That was their
He loved it.
that was his walkout song when he go up to bat.
I bet he also hated
In the
Slipknot.
mood.
I'm willing to guarantee it.
Mm-hmm.
I love that guy. I think you talking about yacht made me think of it. I've sent you videos before in the group chat. I think it's a guy in the Philippines maybe who sings he'll sing Creed songs, but
Oh yeah.
but he doesn't know English, but he'll
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
perfectly mimic
Yep.
with arms wide open. But it's like just a little spit off that you can tell. It's
You're getting the sound. The sound.
He
of it,
doesn't
but
know what the
he doesn't
words
know.
are.
What he, yeah.
yeah.
I love that. Yeah, the guy that the.
But it's like I mean, it's the whole town like around him
Yeah.
in a little karaoke machine, and they're all like,
that's how the lead singer of Journey came to be. He was literally a karaoke singer in the
"Goddamn."
Philippines, and he would kill it on those songs, like to the degree where Journey is like, "You want to be the lead singer of the Journey?"
Hey, we're not goofing.
And
but
he
I
is.
want to be our
He
singer.
did,
Fucking
yeah.
crazy.
But it also like a not like a a non English not the first language, so like
That must be wild.
singing the songs and like you're 80% right. You're getting most of the phonetics. So you're like, and the lines go down. You're like, yeah, that's pretty right.
Pretty darn
Close
close.
enough.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't imagine like singing like a famous Filipino song
Right.
in the Philippines.
Only phonetically.
yeah,
If you
Not
knew
knowing what you're saying.
yeah,
but they loved me for
right,
it.
Yeah.
right.
You're like,
That would be kind of awesome.
right,
Yeah.
guys. Right. This is-
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm the reincarnation of like a beloved singer of theirs somehow. Yeah, I can see that. That's a nice little daydream for me to have tomorrow.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm staring out the window. Mhm.
What's going on in Kuala Lumpur? Maybe they need a little jazz singer.
There's a couple. Isn't Hasselhoff huge in Germany or something like that?
Famously
Yep.
in the 80s and 90s.
For
yeah.
and for being a singer, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not. I mean, maybe a little bit for.
He sang on the Berlin Wall.
They loved
He did. You see, he's walking up and down the Berlin Wall.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
they loved
gonna have to watch
what was it? What was the show he was on?
Baywatch.
They loved Baywatch, and then he released a couple albums over there. Like they were into it.
Well, I think they went like lead here, and then he goes like quadruple platinum
Yes.
in Germany somehow.
Yeah.
Like it's
Well.
it's weird when you have some sort of strange like
Yeah.
transatlantic audience.
It'd be weird to hit with whatever it is you're doing, comedy, music, art, whatever you're putting out, and then some countries like, we fucking love you, dude.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't know anything about
Right.
I don't know anything about New Zealand. They're like, no, we love you, like we revere you. You're like, oh,
No Sleep, the
okay.
podcast. We love you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Here in
We love you in
Uzbekistan.
Belgium. Yeah. Moldova is crazy
Yeah.
about No Sleep.
The Maldives is crazy. That would be sick. If we just broadcast out of the Maldives. That'd be
Yeah.
nice. Work on
Mhm.
You guys ever hang out at the library?
Yep. The bar or the actual library?
No.
Hanging out at the
library.
bar. I'm there at least twice a week.
I'm talking about a library.
Oh,
library.
well.
Oh,
As kids, did you ever do that?
I did. Yeah,
You were
I
library
did.
kids?
rented movies there
Back in your day,
back
they
in the
rented.
day. Yeah, rent movies.
That was a big come up
Yeah.
when you found out they had the DVD.
Oh
collect.
yeah.
Shit.
I was renting VHSs back in the day.
Oh. Please be kind and rewind.
Hmm. Their late fees were minimal, also at the library.
Yeah,
Libraries,
Yeah.
like, they're like, oh, it's fine.
They always let me come back.
I love the Erickson Public Library there in Boone.
I just drove past it today.
I loved it.
Mhm.
I'd be there pretty much every day. I think that's like one of my favorite times of my whole life. Just being a young person, walking into that library and being like, I could be so smart if I wanted to,
Yeah.
and this is the place I would do it.
Yeah. There you go.
And then I'll go play Minesweeper for 8 hours straight
Perfect.
until my mom calls the cop. Or did you ever play that skiing game?
Oh, free ski?
And it'd be like eventually a little Sasquatch
Yep.
guy would come running out
Oh,
and
yeah,
get
the
you.
Sasquatch.
Eat
You
you.
get it.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Or there's one where it was like pipes, and you had to like keep the like ooze.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Where you have to keep the pipes moving to
the
like.
games that came with Windows.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
These are the things that raised me.
Yeah.
These are
Absolutely.
my mentors.
Snake.
And Rotten.com.
Snake.
Yeah.
Eating the apples.
What were the big? So like, when I was a very young person, I remember Harry Potter kind of coming out and breaking through pretty fast.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I would say that was the book series that I almost grew up with in terms of fame.
Yeah.
oh,
Like that
yeah.
was like
It's
the
huge. It was
young adult.
I think
huge-
young adult came up after us.
Oh really?
Because I don't, as a genre,
Hardy
there was
Boys?
like Hardy Boys. They'd always been around. They were kind of old fashioned. I did
Okay.
read some Hardy Boys books, and it was never as big as
Hmm.
Harry Potter.
I would even say maybe Goosebumps before.
Maybe
that,
like
too.
the Boxcar Children
I remember some.
or the Babysitters Club.
Oh, yeah. Babysitters Club.
Yeah, I didn't. Those were more for girls, I guess.
Yeah, there were
Babysitters.
minor entries into like the
They weren't
going to
make a blockbuster movie franchise out
No,
of the Boxcar
that's not
Children.
how it worked back then.
Yeah.
Maybe we could.
We didn't have a
Maybe.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, I was just trying
Oh.
to think. I'm trying to get a gauge of what kind of stuff you guys were reading as young people.
Right, and their movies weren't really IPs back then. You know,
Yeah.
they were like generally original ideas. Oftentimes, the sci-fi movies for kids.
So what would you read as a young person?
What did I read?
War and Peace.
I read lots and lots of stuff.
Where the red fern grows.
Read that for
Yeah.
school.
Yep.
Of Mice and Men.
I read a lot of
Sports
sci-fi
biographies,
books.
Okay.
I remember, like,
I was reading pretty stupid shit then, I guess.
I don't
Because
know.
for my generation, they definitely were like, "We're gonna dumb this shit down for you guys.
Yeah.
you guys are, you guys are drinking
We
Sunny
want you to
D
buy
and
these books.
not wearing sunblock and stuff." Pretty stupid generation. I was a
I
part of.
guess that's a kind of a. I don't know what I was like. I think I kind of read the classics. Like
Because I definitely read those books as well, but that was
Yeah.
more school related. You know?
I did it. I would do if it was assigned. I'd be like, I don't want. And then I'd read a different book, which was about how stupid I was.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having like being forced to read now.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I remember my family. We read the Huckleberry Finn to each other out loud, and I've struggled because there's Minnie and N-Bomb and Huckleberry Finn.
and they were like, "Toll, stop saying."
Yeah,
What?
yeah,
Jim, you know,
Yeah.
our main man there.
yeah. But I don't know. I read the Chronicles of Narnia. I read those bad boys. I read. I don't know. I did read a lot, and now I don't.
Same. I tried to read for like 3 weeks. couple months ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
Boring.
I mean, where I would get about 3/4 through the way of the book, and then I don't know. Or maybe part of me didn't want to finish it. I don't know.
I would, if you gave me a comedian's autobiography of someone that I was interested in. I love it.
I'm
But
all
I think
about
I read all of
audiobooks. I can, anything that I'm interested in that I want to read, I just get the audiobook and
Yeah.
listen to it while I work, and same deal. It's-
I've been thinking about even like music, like it comes with listening to NPR now, and then I listen to podcasts, and like I hardly listen to music anymore. Like I rarely choose it. If I have the option to listen to whatever I want, I'm listening to NPR or some dumbass podcast.
Yeah, there'll be days when I usually have my library of podcasts. I listen like every week.
Yeah.
They come out different days, and I have a full schedule of podcasts I listen to all week. But some days when I'm trying to work, and I'm like, I ain't trying to listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, let's put some music on. And then for me, like it's always like the old, like Van Hagar, the old school
We
stuff.
know.
I'm like, let's get into some music, and then I'm like, oh yeah.
I always
But
tell,
I'm not like what's new on the top 100.
Right.
No, I'm going backwards.
Alex checking the Billboard.
No. What I do, like there's
The Weekend.
yeah, a couple times a year I'll go into Apple Music. I'm like, let's see what the top 100 is for hip hop, because I love hip hop. Surely
You
there's
don't
something
love
there
new
for me.
hip-hop.
And then I'll go through and I'll just look at the names and titles,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I don't.
Who's Glorilla?
Yeah. Oh, Glow. I like Glorilla.
Glorilla's
Yeah.
great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Glow. You'd like it, Toll.
Yeah.
Probably. I listen to
Toll's
Band of
pretty
Horses.
open-minded. Yeah. I listen to music all the time. I like to listen to music when I'm in the shower. I don't podcast in the shower.
Yeah.
I podcast in the shower.
There will be times when I go back and I listen to Silver Sun Pickups and Band of Horses and what's the other band
Queen
I
of
like,
Stone
AJ?
Age.
I love Queens of the Stone Age.
Yep.
The Bravery. I love the Bravery.
Yeah, you're one of the few.
I know.
I also like the Bravery.
I don't know. And then I listen to hope maybe a band I like has a new album, and then I get excited about that. But then if the album's not good, I'm like, fuck, this sucks.
Back to Band of Horses. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I listen to a lot of people talking to. Sometimes I feel kind of crazy for it, where I'm like, I'm listening to shit all the time. Because now with
Yeah.
like earbuds and everything,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
like I feel like,
I don't do that. I just listen while I'm driving.
oh, that's good.
I almost always have earbuds in.
Yeah.
Like, during the day, like I almost always am listening to something, or
That's what Sarah sleeps with her earbuds in
so do I.
with shows on her iPad.
Yeah, it's a whole fucking.
And I'm like,
thing.
that would make me. I don't think I would sleep. I would be like, I'd always have one eye open looking at it. That's what
Sleeping
I used
with
to
one
not.
eye open,
Yeah.
holding your pillow tight,
Yep.
enter night, exit light,
Yes. Yes.
take my hand.
Enter Sandman. Into my ass, please. Gay porno, am I right?
That's for the algorithm.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Come on, enter me, Sandman. Oh. Woo.
Off to Never Land.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I used to love doing that also. Yeah. Yeah. Making Metallica noises. That's fun.
He's a great example, kind of like a Bruce Springsteen, of a guy
Not a great singer.
Who,
Not at
Yeah.
all.
who arguably
Yeah.
never learned how to sing,
Yeah.
but
Nope.
still made a whole fucking career out of it.
Yeah.
Out of singing.
Out of singing.
Out of singing.
But if you have the right kind of bad sound, it's great.
Yeah.
You got the band, like the
Modest
band.
Mouse is almost like
Yeah,
that
the
too.
band.
Yeah.
The band works around it, and you're all. It's a sound. It's a certain sound.
Modest Mouse. There's another one I still
Yeah.
listen to.
He's like a little bit technically sound.
He's pretty amazing. He can do a lot of crazy shit with his voice.
But
and
it's
do
a
that
weird
growl
voice.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
he does have a weird voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a couple more people out there, I'm sure.
That I like?
No, people who have kind of fucked up voices.
Oh,
like
absolutely.
Oh, that's
Macy
most.
Gray, kind of.
Yeah. There's people that never sang that end up and they're like fucking blow your mind. Good singers like Serge Tankian from System of a Down was not a singer until he was in a band fucking Chris Cornell from Soundgarden didn't really sing. You're like, Chris Cornell didn't fucking sing before? Hey, what the fuck? Like, yeah, he
Serious
just
pipes.
realized he could do that?
Yeah.
God damn. Tom McGrain, he's one of them.
Yep.
I heard that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Freddie Mercury.
Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah, there's a lot of singers that cannot sing, but they're singers, and you're like, yeah,
Yeah.
they can sing, but no, they can't.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like Elliott Smith was kind of that way, where he was sort of like a weak singer almost, but his voice
Yeah.
is kind of weak in a way that you like. Or
Mhm.
Kurt Cobain seemed technically proficient, but he sort of sung hard,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
almost like incorrectly, but it sounded awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of those.
Yeah, there were some of the songs on Unplugged that were out of his range that he
Yeah.
chose on purpose because he couldn't sing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do bad folks
Yeah,
go
when they
Yeah.
Don't go to heaven with the angels.
Doing that makes me cough every time, though. Too bad.
Yeah, couldn't get it.
Hmm.
Any closing thoughts as we start to land this no sleep flight? Put up your tray tables. Mind your knees as we roll the giant dildo
rolling.
cart by.
Dildo?
No. All right, one dildo. There's a complimentary little bag of very tiny dildos,
Oh.
along with pretzels,
Uh-uh.
with a little cheese sauce on it, a little cheese dust.
Those aren't dildos, those are Cheetos.
Same diff.
Yeah. Anything's a dildo if you're brave enough.
That's right.
That's what my grandpa said. That was something else I heard at
That's how he
Thanksgiving.
won that trophy.
Yes. Then he sat on the trophy.
Mhm.
Yeah. Walked home.
Yeah, did you guys have...
Not to besmirch my dinner.
yeah.
No offense.
No offense,
No.
Gramps.
You're cool.
He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you had a good. Everyone had a good.
I
Thanksgiving?
had a sick baby
That's
for
true.
Thanksgiving,
No, that's not good.
and she tasted terrible because we ate her.
Ba-boom.
'Cause we had
Yeah.
her. No, man, sick babies, thumbs down. No
It's that
fun.
time of year. Yeah,
Yeah.
they just keep getting sick over and over. They're
She's on the up and up now, though, right?
She is finally. It took a minute. She was kind of sick for weeks, and we're like, she doesn't seem to care, so we don't care.
just building up
And
that
then-
old immune system.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then it was like, oh crap, now she really is not having a good time. And that was not great. Feel bad. You feel terrible, but then when it goes from like crying to like scream crying, you're like, baby, I love you, but please shut the fuck
Yeah.
up.
That's like a joke I have where, like, if you're like talking to a friend and they start crying, and you're like, okay, like I feel, hey, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when they
You
start
don't have
getting-
to point at me
when they
you
start being
say
like,
that.
and then you're like,
Yeah.
where I'm done. Like,
Yeah.
this is, I can't.
Like, all right.
Yeah, I can't do this.
Mhm.
You're crying too hard now. I don't care.
I got a question for you. This happened at Disney on Ice. After it was over, we're all piling out, and this older woman, like 60, not like frail and old, but
Yeah.
this lady went fucking down while everyone was leaving in the hallway, and she like collapsed, and like her drink went everywhere, and she was like, ugh. And there were a couple people helping. So I didn't feel that responsibility. But it's like, what do you look, but you don't want to like stare, but you do want to stare.
Yeah.
I don't like, what's the polite thing to do here? Because if I had my choice, like if I had the superpower from last week's podcast, then I would choose invisibility just so I could sit there and watch what the fuck is going on. You know what I mean? Like I want to know, why did this lady fall?
Yeah.
Right.
What's going on? But instead I just kind of glance and like, that's awkward.
Well,
And then you
see
keep
you
walking.
later.
Yeah.
Right. Be really embarrassing if she had her phone in her hand and there was a message that had started to be typed out that's like, use my face like a blow up doll. I fell trying to text my sweetie.
Yeah. Can you help me?
Yeah. You betcha. See you soon.
Yeah. So,
That was my attempt at putting a little bow, a little joke on it.
yeah, I got you.
I tried. Well, folks, we tried. That's the name of the episode.
What do you want?
Coming off our big TikTok victory,
Yeah.
we just phoned it in.
I think we tried.
Solid effort.
Yes.
We were here. We were queer. And we love gay porn.
That much is true.
That doesn't mean we're gay, though.
Unless you want us to be.
TikTok, let us know.
Yeah.
What do you want us to do? We'll do it. We'll do whatever.
Yep.
Please let us know. We're dying.
A plea.
Yeah. God, please tell us. You want us to break dance? You want us to suck dick? We'll do it. We don't know.
One of them, well, both of them we've already done. Alex break dance in the intro. And we've been sucking a dick this whole episode.
We got all our bases covered.
We stink. It's been a while since I stunk like this.
Was there anything else on your...
I got some stuff, but it all just sucks.
Let's just get one of them.
Well, there's a lot of muscle mommies at my gym.
Here we
Okay.
go.
If you want to know what a muscle mommy is, you could probably guess, but it's real muscular mommies.
Yeah, yeah.
And some of these girls are like intimidating, honestly. They're throwing around some serious weight.
Yeah.
Sometimes
AJ just stares off.
Yeah. But, I wish they were throwing me around.
yeah,
Clearly, AJ.
I wish they had big fat dicks, too.
you know, this is trying to work into the algorithm too.
Yep,
you know?
yep.
No, but it's it's been interesting where I remember being like, I don't like a muscular lady.
Yeah.
And now actually they look like Amazonian, like, you know, like, I'm trying to think. Yeah, like Amazonian.
Right,
Is that-
sure, yeah.
Big, strong ladies.
Big- strong broads.
You guys probably don't watch Dancing with the Stars, but there was a female
Yes,
Olympian,
I
a
follow
rugby
her.
player, Alona.
Oh, yeah,
Do you?
the rugby-
yeah.
yeah.
Alona Mar.
I think she was the beginning of this for me.
Yeah, she's a
Oh,
muscle
yeah.
mommy. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I'd let her toss me around,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Throw me on her waterbed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that one weird way of having sex where I got my legs behind my head.
Yeah.
Till his
Yeah.
ankles are pinned
Yeah.
behind his
Yeah.
ears.
Yeah.
I think that's called Amazon style.
Yeah. And she's plowing me with a 2-foot dildo. Right, Mom?
Muscle mommy.
Trying. That one's not going up. But yeah, she's cool. She didn't win though.
She didn't win.
Nope.
I was following along the journey a little.
Found out tonight. I guess that was last week, but I was rooting for her.
Yeah, me
Didn't
too.
win.
Like I said, yeah, I started following.
Her shoulders. Holy shit.
I know, and that's why I felt like alarmed and confused at first. I was like, I don't know what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, do I want to fuck Toll?
Kind of, yeah. But then
A little lipstick
I
on.
let my mind open up. I was just like, it's all right to, I can like that muscly lady.
Yeah.
That's fine by
Sure.
me.
Sure.
You bet.
And then I really thought back, and I was like, I did see One Night in China,
Oh, yeah, I never
Oh,
watched
God.
that.
and I didn't mind that either.
Yeah. She made that on purpose, right?
Yeah, it's with X-Pac,
Okay.
Yeah.
another wrestler,
Famous, yeah.
famously.
It wasn't like a leaked.
I mean,
That's when China had a moment. Was that why she had the moment?
No, that was the peak.
Yeah. What was going on? Why did she get so famous?
That was in
I
it was
mean,
the
a
late
wrestler.
90s.
Yeah.
Who knows?
yeah, I mean,
You
she was a
know.
very popular wrestler
Yeah.
for a while, and then I think she famously kind of crashed out. Following, I think the sex tape was kind of the beginning of the crash out.
Right.
We saw the sex tape and we're like, wow, that's a giant clit. And then everyone was terrified, and that was
Yeah.
it.
There you go.
I think that wraps it up pretty well, folks.
There you go.
No Sleep the podcast. We really did. We really cooked on this one, I think.
Full speed ahead.
I've been AJ Simmons, your pal.
I've been Toll McGrain. The end.
I'm Ice Cream King of Des Moines, Alex Carter. Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Shyla, executive producer.
fucking AJ, Toll and Alex. They're fucking hilarious.
This is a certified hood classic. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.